This is Ladakh. Far beyond the noise, the rush, lies a land untouched by time. From crossing the world's highest motorable passes to standing speechless beside the timeless Indus River in Leh. It's a dream stitched between the sky and the mountains.
Hi everyone, my name is Dia and you're watching My Getaway Stories. Welcome to the Leh Ladakh series. Today is our day 2.
We all were ready with our luggage on time, but today, due to some unforeseen delays, our travelers started around 11 am. Even though time management is crucial whether it's a solo or group trip.
We finally started our journey at around 11 in the morning and the scenic beauty is breathtaking. It's a clear blue sky today and with specks of clouds, so it's looking very beautiful today.
Today we are finally heading towards Leh from Kargil, and along the way we will be covering some incredible sightseeing spots. Our first spot is Mulbek Monastery, about 45 kilometers from Kargil, and it roughly takes around an hour to reach there.
We have stopped at the first spot for the day, which is Mulbek. Now you ask me what is Mulbek exactly. A 36 kilometer drive from Kargil on the Srinagar to Leh highway. You will be able to see a beautiful sight right on the highway itself, which is like a 9-meter tall Maitreyi Buddha sculpture just inscribed in a stone face. It almost feels like the Buddha sculpture is sending blessings to all the travelers who are passing by. It is believed that this is the oldest Buddha statue, a rock carving that is there in Ladakh, because it almost dates back to 7th to 8th century. There's also many stories behind this. So the local monks here think that this Buddha sculpture is the Buddha of the future who will come to earth in future.
This very road once formed a vital branch of the ancient Silk Route. And right here at Mulbek, caravans carrying silk from China, spices from India, pashmina from Ladakh, and precious stones from Central Asia would pause beneath the towering Maitreyi Buddha to pray for protection before crossing these harsh Himalayan passes and connecting entire civilization. As the roads begin to twist higher into the mountains, we arrive at Namikala, standing tall at around 3,700 meters above sea level, about 90 kilometers from Kargil, and roughly 2.5 hours into our journey. This mountain pass literally translates to pillar of the sky. The winds here are strong, the air thinner, so there can be breathing issues for sure, but the views absolutely unreal. It's one of those places where you pause, take a deep breath and just feel the power of the Himalayas around you.
We are here at the second spot for the day, which is Namikala Pass. It is at 12,000 feet above sea level.
All the dramatic mountain ranges you see around us are part of the mighty Zanskar range, stretching all the way towards Leh's Sindhu or Indus Valley. As we continue climbing higher, we reach Fortula, the highest point on the Srinagar-Leh highway, standing at an impressive 4,108 meters above sea level. around 105 kilometers from Kargil, and nearly 3 hours into our journey, this is where the mountains truly start to feel majestic and raw.
Right now I am standing at the Khardung La Pass, which is the third point for the day, and this is the 360 view.
The views here stretch endlessly across the rugged Ladakhi landscape. It's a breathtaking, humbling experience and a reminder of how powerful nature really is. As we descended from Fatula, just about 15 kilometers ahead, the landscape begins to transform dramatically. The rugged mountains slowly turn into waves of golden crater-like formations. Welcome to Lamayuru, famously known as the moonland of Ladakh.
It's almost 2:30 to 3 p.m. and we have stopped at a lovely place for our lunch today, which is just in front of the Lamayuru monastery, and it's such a scenic spot. That one is the monastery. So you can have your lunch over here, and people who are done with their lunches can take this road which goes straight to the monastery. The view is to die for.
ডাল, আলু বরবটি ভাজা, আলু ফুলকপির তরকারি, মাছটা
ভেতরে আছে গরম আছে কি মাছ?
কাতলা মাছ।
ওই রাস্তা দিয়েই যেতে হবে, কিন্তু লের যা বর্তমান পরিস্থিতি।
The word Lamayuru means the place of lamas or village of monks. It is situated at an altitude of 11,893 feet above sea level. Overlooking the beautiful moonland landscape is Lamayuru Monastery, one of the oldest monasteries in Ladakh dating back to the 11th century. Built on rugged mountain cliffs, it almost looks like it's a natural part of the hills around it. For centuries, this monastery has been an important spiritual center for the monks and the local community. The entry fee to visit this particular monastery is Rs 50 each. Legend says this entire valley was once a vast lake, and it was drained by the great scholar Naropa to establish the monastery here. Today, as the prayer flags flutter in the mountain wind and monks chant within its ancient walls, Lamayuru feels less like a monument and more like a living piece of Ladakh's spiritual soul. Just a short drive ahead from Lamayuru, we stopped at a viewpoint where the moonland formations appear even more prominent and dramatic.
So right now we have reached a point which is known as moonland. Now moonland is just not a place, it's all along the way you will be able to see some structures, some landscapes similar to moon, and I think it's amazing. God's creation is really, really incredible, and you just have to see for yourself. You have to come here to find out how beautiful it is.
Millions of years ago, this entire region was believed to be an ancient lake. When tectonic forces lifted the land and the water receded, layers of soft sediments were exposed. Over time, wind and erosion sculpted them into these surreal formations, creating what we now call the moonland of Ladakh. We are now driving right beside the Sindhu River. Mostly all my trips are about the destination, but Ladakh has its own beauty. Where the journey is equally rewarding, one just cannot blink or you will miss a mountain, a pass, or some unique creation of nature. Ladakh truly is gifted in that sense. As the day slowly slipped away and the sun began to set, the temperature dropped almost instantly. The warmth faded, the air turned sharp, and for the first time, it truly felt like we were in a cold desert. Continuing from Lamayuru towards Leh, about 80 kilometers ahead, almost a 2-hour drive, we reached the famous Indus and Zanskar Sangam. And honestly, it's such a beautiful sight. You can clearly see the two different colored rivers flowing side by side before they slowly merge into one. I really wish we reached here a little early so we could spend some time over here in broad daylight, of course. But never mind, it was calm, powerful, and symbolic. We had to miss two places we were supposed to visit that day, Gurudwara Patthar Sahib and Magnetic Hill, since it was already dark, and also the given tense situation in Leh, we were advised to reach our hotel as soon as possible, as a complete shutdown could be announced at any moment. To be safe, we even had to take an alternate route to reach our hotel.
Finally, after a lot of thrill, we have reached our stay in Leh, and these are all our travelers.
We were given a warm welcome by the hotel staff, a comforting change after a long and uncertain day. Soon after, the room keys were distributed on a lottery basis. Our stay in Leh was at Hotel Evergreen, which is a really great property, and these are the check-in and check-out timing.
This is our room in Leh 207, and let me give you a quick room tour. So right when you enter, this is the hall area. You have a huge sofa and a center table. This is a partition, and you have your working desk, chair, drawers, beautiful showpieces and vases. I don't know if there's much of a view here. I will show you in the morning. Right now it's all pitch black. Let me give you the room tour of the rest of the place. So this is the bedroom. You have chairs over here, another center table, another window. This is the TV. You have a full size mirror. This is a huge king size bed, and this is how the room looks from this angle. You again have, I believe again there's a view from here. Here you have all the facilities, all amenities, electric kettle, glasses, cups, tea, coffee kit, mineral waters. There's a dustbin over here. There's even room slippers. There's a cupboard over here. Now let me show you the washroom as well. Extremely neat and clean. You even have a hair dryer in Leh. What more can you ask? Mirror, wash basin. This is the full-fledged toiletry kit, dental kit, everything is there. This is your WC and this is your shower. Huge washroom. I think this is one of the finest stays so far. This is the full room tour. So I look a little exhausted, actually too much exhausted, but we are staying in Leh for 2 days and this will be our stay all throughout. I think this is one of the finest stays so far in this whole trip. I'm looking forward to the rest of them, but I think this is a great one.
Soon after, we went for our dinner. For dinner, we had shorshe pomfret, aloo chokha and dal. Good morning from Leh.
তোমরা থ্যাংক ইউ বিস্কুট লাগবে না 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 লাগবে না বিস্কুট
We got ready and went downstairs for our breakfast, expecting a great day ahead, but then the shocking news came. Because of yesterday's sensitive situation, a tragic incident in which 4 people lost their lives, authorities had imposed Section 144 across Leh. The town was officially shut down. Section 144, which means no public gatherings, no stepping out unnecessarily, no movement in groups, everything had come to a sudden standstill.
কালকেই চলে যাওয়ার কথা ছিল বা আজকে মর্নিং চলে যাওয়ার কথা ছিল। আমাদের সাথে যে গাড়িগুলো ছিল শ্রীনগরে, কাশ্মীরে, আমি সেই গাড়িগুলো আপাতত রেখে দিয়েছি। পারমিশন সবার তো বারোটাই আছে, আমি গ্রুপে দিচ্ছি পারমিশন, এখনও দিচ্ছি। হাইওয়ের উপর যে জায়গাগুলো আছে যেগুলো হাইওয়ে দিয়ে যাওয়া যাবে, সেই সাইট সিনগুলো আমি করিয়ে দেওয়ার চেষ্টা করছি ওদের সাথে কথা বলে, ঠিক আছে, মানে ওই গাড়িতে। কিন্তু যেগুলো ডান্দিক বাদিক ঢুকতে হবে সেখানে তো এই গাড়ি যেতে হবে না, ঠিক আছে, সেই সাইট সিনগুলো করা মনে হয় না যাবে আপাতত এই সিচুয়েশন।
आप हम तो बोल रहे हैं कि हम ले जाएंगे, अब वो आपकी जिम्मेदारी है। अगर एजेंसी वाला जिम्मेदारी उठाता है हम जाएंगे।
যে এটা তোমাদের নিজেদের রিস্ক, যদি কোনো ঘটনা ঘটে পুলিশ তো আর মেরে দেবে না কোনো গেস্টকে, বা এখানকার কেউ মেরে দেবে না। কিন্তু যেহেতু কিছু লোক মারা গেছে, কিছু লোক হসপিটালাইজড, কোনো লোকাল লোক যদি একটা কেউ পাথর ছুঁড়ে মেরে দেয় বা কিছু, সেটা যদি কারুর লাগে সেটা কি হবে? এটা এবার সেটা তো কারুর পক্ষে ঠেকানোটা মুশকিল। আমি গাড়ি ছাড়ছি, আমি একটা জিনিস করতে পারি, যেটা হচ্ছে আমি এই ছোটো গাড়িটা রেখেছি, যদি কোনো জায়গায় সমস্যা হয় আমি কুইকলি সেখানে গিয়ে নিজে ফেস করব, সেটাতে আমার কোনো সমস্যা নেই। বাইরে এখন কোনো অশান্তি হচ্ছে না, এখন বাইরে
না। এমনি কি কোনো গাড়ি বেরোচ্ছে? এই খবরটা যদি পাওয়া যেত তাহলেও একটা ভরসা পাওয়া যেত।
লোকাল সাইটসিনের জন্য কোনো গাড়ি বেরোচ্ছে না। 144 কি করে এতজন নিয়ে গাড়ি বেরোবে? আইনত,
সেটাই তো কথা।
আইনত এতজন তো বেরোতে পারে না,
গ্রুপ অফ পিপল যেতেই পারে না।
তাহলে এতজন লোক বেরোবো কি করে? তাহলে আপনি বলছেন এতজন লোক?
আমি একদমই বলছি না, আমি কি বলছি, একটা একটা করে গাড়ি ছাড়বো, যারা যেতে চায় নিজের রিস্কে তারা যেতে পারে।
রিস্ক নেওয়ার ক্ষমতাটা
এক
আছে,
সেকেন্ড, আমি
তারা
তার
মনে হয়
জন্যই এই
যাবে।
আলোচনাটা করছি সবার সামনেই যে
As a travel agent, it's tremendous pressure on him that he has to deal with certain situations and also, keep everyone happy in his group. So I think he's doing a great job as much as he can do. Even though we wrote and signed that we are willing to visit the tourist places at our own risk, none of the drivers agreed to step out.
पब्लिक कहीं कोने से निकल के कोई जवान कल समझा चला के पता गली को मार दिया, किसी को लग गया तो फिर कौन जवाब देगा? कौन जिम्मेदार उठाएगा?
पुलिस के ऊपर अटैक होगा। अरे वो गाड़ी
ये बात नहीं सर, क्या है एकदम पता नहीं चलेगा ना, बात ये है ना।
ग्रुप मत जाओ बोलते ना, आज का दिन गुस्से में दो आदमी चलो, वो थोड़ी देखेगा ये टूरिस्ट है या कौन है।
बात ये नहीं है सर, कल दिन को क्या हो गया आप लोगों को पता है, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ।
ये चीज
जो आदमी डेड हो गया उसके घर में परिवार का तो दुख होगा, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ आप लोगों को, निकालने से पहले सेफ्टी होता है सबसे पहले, है नहीं।
With no other option left, our tour operator finally arranged for one of the hotel staff members to guide us in small groups to the nearby attractions that we could cover on foot.
আজকে কোনো ট্রাভেলার না, পায়ে হেঁটেই যাবো আমরা।
এটা নতুন অভিজ্ঞতা।
मेरा नाम प्रेम है। मैं झारखंड के रहने वाला हूँ। मेरे को लद्दाख में 6 साल हो गए।
तो ये हमारे होटल से कितना दूर है ये फर्स्ट वाला?
होटल से मैम शांति स्तूपा ये 5 किलोमीटर हो जाएगा।
5 किलोमीटर।
हाइट के ऊपर से चढ़ा के जोड़ेगा तो 5 किलोमीटर हो ही जाता है।
पैदल जाने में कितना टाइम लगता है?
वही 45 मिनट। बर्फ़ मैम आपको अच्छा बर्फ़ मिलने के लिए मिलेगा आपको मार्च और अप्रैल में। 1 अप्रैल को और ज़्यादा मिलेगा देखने के लिए। यहाँ पे नवंबर जनवरी से स्टार्ट हो जाता है, बहुत अच्छा।
Shanti Stupa in Leh is one of the most iconic landmarks of Ladakh, and now I know why that is so, because you see a 360-degree view of the entire Leh city, and it is so breathtakingly beautiful. Shanti Stupa was built in 1991 by Japanese Buddhist monk Gyomyo Nakamura along with local Ladakhi Buddhists. It was constructed to promote world peace and commemorate 2500 years of Buddhism.
You have to give credit to Ladakh. I now understand why Leh Ladakh is a dream destination to so many people, because you see right there, these are one kind of mountain structures, and right behind it there are snow-capped mountains over there, and in the background this is the Shanti Stupa. How beautiful this looks against a blue backdrop.
It stands at an altitude of about 3,600 meters above sea level and is located on Changspa Hill, offering a complete 360-degree view of Leh town and the surrounding Himalayan ranges. Even though it was closed for the day, but the entry fee to Shanti Stupa is rupees 30 each.
লাগছে
ভীষণ ভালো লাগছে। এখানের পরিস্থিতি খুব খারাপ, তার মধ্যেও আমাদের হোটেল থেকে সব অ্যারেঞ্জ করে দিয়েছে, গাইড দিয়েছে। সেই গাইড দিয়ে আমরা হেঁটে হেঁটে এসেছি। আমরা ভীষণ এনজয় করছি সবাই মিলে। গাড়ি করে তো সবাই আসে, হেঁটে কজন আসে? হেঁটে আমরা এলাম, আমাদের ভীষণ ভালো লেগেছে। আমরা দারুণভাবে সবাই এনজয় করছি।
আমাদের মতো কিন্তু আর কেউ দেখেনি কিন্তু পায়ে হেঁটে।
না না না, সেটা একটা আমাদের
একদম ইউনিক এক্সপেরিয়েন্স আমাদের।
একদম একদম।
While coming back from Shanti Stupa, I lost one of my DJI mics and I was trying to find it out in the entire way, and then this happened.
मिल गया आपको? थैंक यू सो मच, आपने बहुत उपकार किया। थैंक यू। I had lost my DJI mic and I was very sad, but the people of Leh Ladakh are so good. They literally, we met them on the way. We said that we lost a mic. If they had seen one, they moved ahead of us. They found it finally. We couldn't, and they came back again, like you saw in the footage, which is great. I think really humble people, really good. মানে এত সৎ ওরা যে মানে সত্যি এটা খুব টাচিং স্টোরি আমার কাছে, যে এরকম একটা মাইক মানে ডিজের মাইক মানে গুড ইনাফ প্রাইস, তো সেরকম একটা জিনিস একটা মন খারাপ লাগার ব্যাপার থাকেই, বাট ওরা সেটা পেয়ে জেনুইনলি হ্যান্ড ওভার করতে এসছে দেখে আমার খুব ভালো লাগলো সেটা। তো দিস ইজ আ ভেরি গুড এক্সপিরিয়েন্স। তোপসে ফ্রাই,
মাছের মাথা দিয়ে বাঁধাকপি, ডাল,
ভেজ ডাল, এটা মালাইকারি গ্রেভি, আর এটা হচ্ছে চিংড়ি মালাইকারি, এই যে আমার ফেভারিট চাটনি আর পাঁপড়। এটা নিরামিষ আছে।
After lunch, we again headed outside to visit Semo Monastery and Leh Palace on foot. Leh Palace was closed for the day, so we skipped that, but the visiting hours is from 7 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. daily. Overlooking the entire town of Leh, perched high above the hills, is Namgyal Semo Monastery, built in 1430 by King Tashi Namgyal. From up here, the panoramic view of Leh and the Indus Valley is absolutely breathtaking. It's quiet, less crowded, and feels deeply peaceful, almost like the mountains are protecting the town below. This monastery houses a beautiful 3-story high statue of Maitreya Buddha.
So we covered as much as we could in Leh on foot in this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. This was more like a travel documentary than a travel vlog, because we faced real life challenges and we still could make it to a few places. Most of the sightseeing places in Leh were closed, but we still managed to get to those places on foot and cover some of them with some drone shots. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you do, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe. I will see you real soon in another new episode of this Leh Ladakh series very soon. ডিমের টেবিল আর ব্ল্যাক টি। তুমি দুধ চা খাবে? সেটা বলে দাও আজকে মেনুতে কি আছে ডিনারে।
আজকের মেনু আছে ভাত,
হ্যাঁ,
আলু ভাজা, ডাল, দই বেগুন,
ধোকার ডালনা।
ধোকা ডালনা।
ধোকার ডালনা পা।
ঠিক আছে। আচ্ছা, যারা দই বেগুন খাবেন না
হ্যাঁ,
তার জন্য মিক্স একটা ভেজ সবজি আছে,
বাহ,
চাটনি, পাঁপড়,
চাটনি,
গোলাপ
পাঁপড়,
জামুন।
গোলাপ জামুন।
হ্যাঁ, এটা আমরা হাতে তৈরি করেছি। প্লাস
Last
Today we will be heading towards Nubra Valley from Leh, but before leaving we decided to explore few more beautiful spots around Leh. Even today we witnessed strict security across the town, checkpoints, patrols and a visible sense of alertness everywhere. Despite the restrictions, our tour operator managed to secure the necessary permissions, making sure our plans stayed on track. We reached the first spot for the day, Tikse Monastery, which was 22 kilometers from our stay in Leh. Here you will witness a magnificent 15-meter tall Maitreya Buddha statue, and the beauty that surrounds this place is so breathtaking, you will truly be at loss for words trying to describe it. This monastery is open for visiting from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening every day. The entry fee to Tikse Monastery is ₹50 per head. Tikse Monastery is one of the most famous and photogenic monasteries of Ladakh, and it's almost 19 km east of Leh on the Leh-Manali highway. It was founded in the 15th century by Palden Zangpo, a disciple of J. Songkhapa. I hope I'm spelling it right. It's one of the largest monasteries in central Ladakh. Just 4 kilometers away, we next went to visit the famous Rancho School from the movie Three Idiots.
This is the entrance to Rancho School.
So finally, after a lot of requesting, they finally allowed us inside the school premises. But this is not the actual school. This is a replica of that one. This main school is that side, and let me show you. Even the replica is very beautiful, by the way.
I was right. So these are the students who are going to the actual school.
After this, we went to visit the Shea Palace, which was just 1 kilometer away.
Right behind me, you can see the Shea Palace. So there are a lot of palaces and monasteries in Leh, but what is unique about Shea Palace is that it faces a pond or a lake kind of structure, and I've seen pictures where the reflection of this Shea Palace has fallen on the pond itself.
And this is exactly where the name Shea Palace has come from, where Shea literally translates to mirror.
Shea Palace is located 15 kilometers to the south of Leh. Shea Palace was actually summer capital for the Ladakhi kings.
Here you will be able to see the second largest Buddha Murti in entire Ladakh.
The present complex was built by the king Deldan Namgyal in 1655. Before that, the older palace was believed to be built in the 10th century by the older Ladakhi kings, which is now all in ruins.
On our way back, we stopped at Sindhu Ghat, which was very close to our hotel. It was such a beautiful place to see the mighty Sindhu river up close. The Sindhu, also known as the Indus River, is one of the oldest rivers in the world and the cradle of the ancient Indus Valley civilization, one of the earliest urban civilizations in human history. Sindhu River is often called the River of Wisdom, and it is just not a river but a symbol of knowledge, culture, and the very roots of Indian civilization. After this, we returned to our hotel for lunch. Soon after, we checked out and set out on our journey to Nubra Valley, known as India's coldest desert. Don't miss the next episode, and if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe.